Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, and Nadine and I are headed out today. We are going to spend at least the first half of the day thrifting, and we are taking you along. Side note, Nadine put on real pants today. He's been enjoying that sweatpant life as his own employer.
First time wearing pants since I quit, and I don't like it. I really don't. I really enjoy the shorts and sweatpants, that's for sure.
Yeah, so we're hoping to have some fun today. Stay tuned, we'll see what we get. Stop number one. See what we can find. Something for Jess, a little something for us. Nothing crazy. We did find some shoes. These Grand Westes should sell pretty quick. They're in awesome condition. A couple pairs of jeans, Helix, and a new with tags Wolverine, and a blender. They wanted 4, should get about between 30-35 shipped for it. Nothing crazy, but we're on to the next one.
Yeah, notice the earlier footage of the cart being full. What we do is we fill up our cart and then we double check everything, and literally none of that stuff had value, so we put it right back. Mona found all the shoes, I found the jeans. Yeah, not bad for the first one.
Number 2.
Not too shabby.
So I did find this DVD VCR combo unit, $8. That's a good one. A Belgique pan.
Sure.
These Cuisinart mini processors, they do pretty well. We usually sell them as the unit. We don't necessarily part these out. About We might, we'll see.
I thought for the remote we could pair it up with one of our units since it's compatible with many brands. So we'll see.
This was off a new car. This is one of the few things we still get in glass are these big Visionware casserole dishes. $6. And some shoes, some nice running shoes, no major wear on the treads. Some really awesome condition Columbia boots, good size too, possibly never worn. And then we pick these up when we see them when they're a good price. We usually pair them up with our combo units. Just helps them sell. On to the next. Leaving Goodwill, there is a little spot across the street here, Thrift World. We're gonna hit it up. It's not one that gets regular good stock, but since we're over here, we always like to hit it up.
Yeah, it's an independent store, so you never know. With these independent ones, we don't know what they do with their like really good stuff. How often they get stuff, it's just kind of a crapshoot, but we'll see. While we're here, might as well peek in real quick.
Yeah.
If they're open. Yeah, they look open. All right, let's go see. The only thing that they had of any interest was Britannica. Am I pronouncing it right? Britannica?
Yeah, the Great Book set. And we got kind of excited. If it had been complete, fully there, it would have been like $300 to $400, but they were missing a good number, so we passed.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of history. Sometimes with those encyclopedias, there's decent sales history of individual copies, so people can replace them, but there's no history for it, so we're not gonna just pick something up just to hold on to it. So
right.
On to Solvation Army next. I'm not a huge fan of Solvation Army stores. We found some decent stuff in before, but the prices seem to be a little bit higher compared to Goodwill. And it's pretty dingy in there, so let's give it a shot.
as we expected, not too much in there. We did find this blender. Oster, this style has done really well for us before. It's a retro style, had a beehive shaped bottom.
It's worth about 50 bucks plus shipping, so for 10 it's a pretty good pickup.
Yeah, and we did pick up these BKEs. They're 10, which is a little bit more than our local Goodwills, but we do get good returns on BKE, so we figured that was worth it. They usually sell for about $45. Just some Nike shorts. We generally wait till we get a bunch of these and then we lot them up and sell them. So we're leaving Salvation Army. We are going to hit up a couple more Goodwills, and there's another mom and pop thrift store we want to check out. Then it's time for lunch. We are getting hungry. Goodwill number 3 of the day.
This one's usually pretty good. It's in a good location. It's in a very busy main road, so a lot of people from and to work. You know, great place to drop stuff off.
Yeah, hopefully we'll find some more goodies here. Again, pretty uneventful. Got some leggings, pink, Nike, some silver jeans.
Yeah.
The cashier was a little frazzled. There was nobody there to help her, so there wasn't a tag on these, so she gave it to us for what, $5.99?
Yeah, that's
which
not
is
bad.
actually pretty good for boots. Some Columbia's there. Asics.
Probably the best find.
Yeah.
It's a bit dirty, but remember when you're looking at these pressure cookers, make sure that they have the little jigger, and then also make sure that the gasket is intact. That's where the value is. So not bad. I mean, it seems like a lot of like basic stuff, some more shoes.
Nike murals.
Yeah. All right, let's go eat. Maybe after lunch will be better. So here's everything laid out that we got thrifting. It's actually a couple days after the actual thrift event. We've been pretty busy. But we'll just kind of go through some of the highlights. We didn't score anything crazy that's gonna drop your jaws, but these are a lot of really good items that we sell continuously that we've had experience with. So let us go through some of the highlights, and I'm gonna show you why we pick them up and what they're worth.
So I'll cover a couple things, Nadine will cover a couple things. Let's start out with some hard goods. You saw us pick this up. This is sort of beehive base, is what you might see it referred to. It's just a simple switch, retro style. This, we've sold one like this for about $55-ish without looking it up for you. We paid 10, so good return. And we touched on this a little bit. We only paid $6 for this. It was on a new cart. And as a reminder, we do not pick up a lot of glass. That's intentional because we really don't like to ship it. It takes more man hours and there's just a lot more risk with packing it correctly. But these, specifically, these really big Visionware casserole dishes have sold well for us. The last few that we have sold, this specific model, we've sold within the first week that we list them, and for 75 to 80 shipped, depending on the condition, how many scratches there are. This we pick up when we see them. They go with DVD recorders, the combo units. When we pick them up, it just makes it more appealing to sell them together. Boom boxes. These also do well. They usually sell in the first 7 to 10 days that we list them, depending on model and style. But if this works, it has the tape player, the CD player, and the radio. We picked it up for $6, and they sell anywhere from $45 to $65 generally as a range, and that's shipped. We also found this new combo remote. These are great to find. We don't find them separately very often at our thrifts. They're usually with the units, but these are great because a lot of times when we're processing the VHS combo units, we check and see if we can buy the remote on eBay to go with it, if the value is there for it. If it makes the combo unit more appealing, if it's gonna be the only one with a remote, or if all the solds have the remote, it is worth investing sometimes, depending on what you have into the unit already. This was only $3, so that's a great pickup. And if you don't have something to pair it with, you can either save it, wait to see if you do, or a lot of times these sell by themselves, depending on the model, $10 up to $25 just for the remotes. separately. We did already process a VHS unit as well. We picked it up for $7, and that specific model, I think we listed for about $65 to $75 shipped. And VHS/VHS combo units, there's a big range on those depending on brand and whether it's a recorder, whether it's the combo unit, or whether it's just the VHS. It's a good idea to always double check in the store the model, check the sell-through rate, and check the comps on those. But generally speaking, we usually get about $60 for those units. And even if it doesn't work, if you don't have a Goodwill that does returns, a lot of times some models, if they're popular enough, will go for parts as well. So something to think about there. We do have this Denon electronic. It's a 5-disc player. Denon, like Sony, is a good electronics brand. We did look this one up, paid $13 for it. This one should sell $85 to $95, including the shipping. As you saw in the video, we also picked up a few other hard goods. No, nothing crazy, a saute pan, a pressure cooker, a little Cuisinart chopper, and also a hand mixer. So those are just basics, nothing crazy like I said. All of those will go between about $25 to $45 shipped. We also picked up a few pairs of these Nike Tempo shorts. We pay about $5 a piece when we see them, and we save them until we have enough to lot them up. 5, 6, 7, at least 5 pairs is what we wait for. So then we'll have 25 into it, and depending on the sizes, they go for about $65 up to $85 shipped. It also depends on the season, so we try to list them in spring when people are starting to think about getting outside and being more active as well. And we lot them up by size, obviously. We did find a pair of BKEs. They were $10 at the Salvation Army. That's high for us to pay for jeans, but BKE does do well and it does sell fast for us. So $10 into probably $45 is still a good return, and it'll probably go fast. And then I'm also going to talk about some leggings that we got. This is a Victoria's Secret. Now, Victoria's Secret isn't all created the same, and this is the pink, but it does have the dog on a pretty big print, which does well. And then they're just black basic leggings beside that in excellent condition. So we will probably get around $30 for these, and we pay $5 for them at our thrift stores. And then we also picked up a pair of some Nike Dry Fit Leggings. We've had mixed success on different Nike leggings. So again, not all created equal, but these are a very classic, basic style, sort of flared yoga pants, small hit on the hip, and excellent condition, classic black. These will also probably get between $25 and $35 for, and also paid $5 for them. I'll let Adine take over and he'll cover the rest.
I'm going to cover shoes and a couple of jeans that we found. The first ones on here are these Columbia. I'm not going to base this off of any actual comps that I looked up. This is just from experience. So we've sold several hundred pairs of shoes, so we kind of know the price range. These are Columbia, like an outdoor hikey type boot, almost new condition, maybe worn a couple of times. We can probably get about $45 to $50 with free shipping. And with shoes like these, they'll ship for about $12. They're a little bit bigger. And we paid $10 for them. So we will always pay up for good quality shoes for sure, especially if they're in such great condition. All we have to do is take pictures now, which is awesome. That's something to always consider too in this flip game. How much work is it going to take you? How much risk is it before you can actually get it posted for sale? That should determine how much you're paying for something. Because if these were $10 but in really, okay condition but really dirty, we would probably pass because it would take us 15 minutes to get them ready, and then the condition isn't really all that great, so they might sit. So just kind of think about that as you're thrifting. A pair of Sauconys looks like. These are really nice condition. Always look at the treads. I mean, this is excellent tread, and this is probably, these are a pair of Asics. So take a look at these two treads. I would say that these ones that I'm kind of shaking up and down are a little bit superior. These are almost new, versus these ones that are really good, but you can definitely see some wear. So always with running shoes, tennis shoes, just make sure you're checking those treads, make sure you're bending them, make sure that you're kind of flicking the sides to make sure there's nothing damaged or broken. These are probably the same price range unless there's some sort of special edition. These are GT1000s. We've sold these before. These will probably sell for about $40 shipped. Same with these, about $38 to $40 shipped is typically where we have these in that price range. A couple of basic Nikes, like these are just very standard Nikes, smaller women's size, but again, like these are ready to list, right? There's really no work that we need. We paid $7. We should get about $35 shipped for these. A pair of Zoom Vinflows 5s, we've sold these before, about $40 shipped. Again, excellent tread on them. They do have some staining. We're just going to wash out as much as we can, soap and water, and see if we can get them shined up a little bit. Magic Eraser works really well on the sides here just to kind of polish up that white. And again, if you zoom in on those treads, there's almost no wear. You know, especially if you do this to them, you can kind of see that these are really good condition. Next up, a pair of Cole Haans. These are like a dressy type, you know, slip-on shoes. Really, really clean condition. We paid $7 for them. This is their original Grand model. They also have the Zero Grand model. Typically about 40 shipped is what we could expect for a pair of these. The Zero Grand, I think we have a couple listed right now for $50 or $60 shipped, so definitely a really good one to look out for. We've sold a lot of Cole Haans. Next two are pretty similar. This is a pair of Merrells. These are just small heeled women's, you know, clog type shoes. Probably get about 40 shipped for these. And then we have a pair of Skechers, kind of, you know, almost like booties. Really comfortable, cozy, clean shoes. Probably get about 35 to 40 shipped for these as well. And on average, in the past it was $6, now it's $7. Goodwill has raised their prices just slightly, which is perfectly fine. One more pair of Nikes. These are Nike Zoom, oh boy, Vomeru 10s. I did not look these up, but I'm sure they're probably in that $35 to $40 range, which is kind of the bottom where we really want to be. Is $35 to $40 shipped is kind of that sweet spot, because we know we'll make about $20 to $22 net profit per pair sold, and that's just something that, you know, pays the bills. And I also found 3 pairs of jeans. The first ones, you guys probably saw the footage already, are these Wolverines. If these were used, pre-owned, I would not have picked them up, but these are brand new with the tag on them. And they are a larger size as well. These should sell for about 40 shipped, and we'll squeeze them into a flat rate for $7.18 to ship them out. And then Helix, just a really nice brand. These typically sell for about $40 to $45 shipped. Yeah, not much to say about them. They're just a straight cut jean, and then you can obviously identify the tag is right there. And we've sold a really good amount of Helix, probably about 30 pair of them so far, and they are typically a pretty fast seller for us. That's kind of the highlights. You know, like Mona said, nothing jaw-dropping, nothing too crazy, but a lot of really decent items. So on behalf of Melinda behind the camera and myself, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. And even though this is kind of an average meh kind of day, it definitely beats a day sitting in any cubicle or answering customer service phone calls or working in a factory. So these are the types of items that keep our store going. These are the types of items where we're making $25 to $30 net profit per transaction. That's what keeps our store afloat. That's what keeps paying the bills, and we love it. So thank you again, and we'll catch you in the next one.